Colts taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really, good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Come on. Ready.
They'll look to throw now on first down. This ball complete to Trey Palmer. He's to the 15. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Trey Palmer with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Now for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos.
Makes the score Broncos 7, Colts 0.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this out to the 25. Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go.
On play action, McCarthy. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. You can look at this Bronco defense. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
A short one there, caught by Warren. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. On 4th down, the Colts will call on Rigoberto Sanchez for the punt. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Fielded just inside the 30. And not only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now this time he'll look to throw.
They set up the screen. Achane has it.
Stiff-armed him. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Cougar 19.
He'll keep it himself.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Their mobile quarterback, 31 yards.
And the Broncos are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
Fighting him off. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
With that last effort, he has reached now 10,000 career rushing yards. Congratulations.
Big-time congratulations. That also means that his publicist can make sure all the information gets to every voter out there who has a say in the Hall of Fame.
And he takes it in for a Colts score.
Jonathan Taylor with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Colts have cut it back within a score. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gives him a 1st down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
60 Eagles.
Looking to throw. Conley. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
And he just met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. So just 3 yards on the completion there. 3rd and 7 now.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
He'll try and do this himself. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
His kick
And after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
You look at this Bronco defense.
This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Victorious 70 Timberwolves.
To the air with McCarthy. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
at their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 35.
The first-round pick looking comfortable in this offense. First down.
First and 10 at the 40.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun, Conley.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
Left wing 19, 18, go.
Back to throw, Conley.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll
keep it, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
Come on, set.
A run straight ahead with H.M. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
19 Lions. Let go.
Operating from the gun. Conley. And that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football. Incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first-half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all...
And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Nick Bonito coming in there to record the sack.
8 yards. It's second down.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Now McCarthy. Loose inside the 30.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. Adnan Mitchell, 61 yards.
And the Colts are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
An extra point splits the uprights. And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Ready? Panther 60, Panther 60.
Operating from the gun. Conley.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Let's go now. 19-18. Go.
Looking to throw. Conley. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
65 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a second down and 4.
Here we go, set. Drop on leading.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard in the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Looking to throw McCarthy. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short.
They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
Out is Jake Bates to try the field goal.
Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt.
Bates' kick is good.
And this is back down to a 7-point game.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
And this throw will be intercepted.
And the Broncos are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now they'll change things up.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Off play action. Conley. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now he's into the clear again. And all the way home for the Broncos score. It's their quarterback. 38 yards. And the Broncos had 6 to their lead. He continues to show at this level that he can not only pass for touchdowns, he can run for touchdowns.
Not the first time we've seen this, because this young guy, he really makes it happen. So what that tells me is the book on him has to change. You got to now plan for those legs as well as him throwing the football.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. How about that? Their quarterback, 27 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. 17. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Offense at the line and set to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the shotgun, McCarthy.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Throwing is McCarthy.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. That's taken on the 25. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Conley. Get it up past the 45. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
Yeah, he'll try to run with this.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Conley. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he won't get in, but you can't be set up any better than that. They'll have the ball at the 1-yard line. The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Broncos get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 3rd and 3. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 118 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
McCarthy off the play fake.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
On play action. Now McCarthy.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's McCarthy.
And that will be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll start out here with the option left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Now they'll audible to something else.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Now he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Ready up. Hey, check that. Street. Check out.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 8 there on the 1st down play.
The safety position continues to evolve into a bigger role in run defense than in the past. They certainly love to have him drop down and get aggressive in bringing ball carriers down behind the line of scrimmage. Not many bigger stops than that one right there.
Here we go. Set. Rocco, eat.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 16. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 5. On the handoff, Taylor.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. 3rd down from the gun, McCarthy.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Going for it. Here's McCarthy.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Come on. Ready.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Colts 38-yard line.
Achane here. They stay on the ground.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Check mash.
First down.
Pass.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll run. Achane.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
Cougar 19.
And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2.
Here we go. 65. Ready.
And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. He tried to keep it himself, but can't stretch his way in. And this Colts defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. Trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
3rd down and 6.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. And he is caught. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy.
And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
To the air again, McCarthy.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to 3rd down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racers